morning, everyone. I'm Edna Sensei. Welcome to the Konko Mission of Wahiawa. We will now begin our regular Sunday service. Please join us in prayer. Please open your prayer books to page 2, Mediation Prayer. Let us seek the sacred mediation of Wahiawa Konko Daijin sincerely and wholeheartedly each and every day. May we receive the mediation anew with all our hearts and souls on this day, this very moment. Wahiawa Konko Daijin sama, Wahiawa Konko Daijin sama, Wahiawa Konko Daijin sama, Wahiawa Konko Daijin sama. Purification Prayer. Through the way of mediation, may our sincere apologies be acceptable to you, our divine parent. We acknowledge our mistakes and misunderstandings, arrogance and ignorance of your divine favor. We apologize for all our shortcomings and irreverences from past generations. Guide us to amend our way of living, to reflect your divine will, with a pure, joyful, and loving heart, always one with you. Kami Prayer. Reverently we pray. The brilliance of heaven, the richness of earth, time flows without cease, years pass without end. In heaven and earth is a life that nurtures all. In heaven and earth is the truth that orders all. For this wondrous form, for these wondrous works, let us praise Tenchi Kami no Kami. Let us praise the divine parent of the universe. Kami loves and cares for all humanity, all those who live between heaven and earth. To revere Kami as a divine parent, to live in Kami's infinite blessings, this is the way. Yet many, not knowing the way, are lost in greed and selfishness. They suffer the cycle of misfortunes, greatest Kami's sorrow. Our founding father, Konko Daijin, suffered many trials in this world, but held fast to faith and sincerity. He received Kami's great blessing and began a life of mutual fulfillment of Kami and humanity. Humbly we pray. The divine parent's great wish was thus fulfilled. Konko Daijin accepted the call to mediation that leads to the mutual benefit of Kami and humanity. He taught the way of faith to all who sought him, expounding the blessings of heaven and earth. And he knew not the coming of night. By night he prayed for those who grieve, seeking salvation for all who suffer. And he knew not the dawning of day. Though years passed and the world changed, he did not waver from his task, the divine task of mediation. Thus was given the sacred Tenchi Kakitsuke, the guiding principle for our daily life. The divine favor was thus renewed, and blessings flowed universally, establishing the way of eternal prosperity, the way of mediation of Wahiawa Konko Daijin. By this wondrous revelation, we are given knowledge of the way, through all the hardships of this world, through pain of body and soul. The way of mediation teaches us to turn our hearts to Kami, without regard for day or night, whether we are near or far. The way of mediation teaches us to pray with total trust. For living unaware of divine favor, we offer our sincere apologies and pledge to mend our ways. Yes, live our faith every day, seeking and rejoicing in your divine favor. Let us care for those in pain and guide them to the way. Let us guide those who are lost and awaken them to a life of purpose. Kami is fulfilled in us, we are fulfilled in Kami. May this way of mutual fulfillment be manifested in this world. May Kami's wish for true peace and the well-being of all people be fulfilled. So we humbly pray, so we earnestly pray. Recitation of Tenchi Kakitsuke. 敵神金光大臣天地神の神一心に願い、おかげは我が心にあり、今月今日で頼み。Pray sincerely with all your heart, be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within, hearts grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever, on this very day pray. 激神金光大臣天地神の神一瞬に願い、おかげは我が心にあり、今月今日で頼み。Pray sincerely with all your heart, be one with Kami. Kami's blessings begin within, hearts grateful and caring, in harmony and joy. Look to Kami always, now and forever, on this very day pray. Dear Kyami Konko Daijin sama and Kenchi Kami no Kami-sama, we have gathered here at the Konko Mission of Wahiawa for this regular Sunday service in honor and appreciation of your divine workings of the universe. The regular blessings we receive on a daily basis are the greatest blessings we can ask for. Your energy exists in everything, from the sunlight that warms and lights up the planet to the air we breathe. Your energy exists in humans and plants and animals, in fishes and birds. Your energy existed since the beginning of time. It can never be created nor destroyed. We are surrounded by your workings that continue to provide for us, so we would like to take this very brief moment of our day to say thank you. This year will mark the 81st year since the founding of this church by the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi. Please guide us in her pursuit to continue the legacy of this church. She had sincerely dedicated her life to serving people and serving Kami-sama. We thank her for her service and her faith, which continues to this day. We give thanks to the Reverends Yasuhiro and Reiko Yama for our family and the church members and friends of this church, who help in many ways to continue this church in many ways. Please continue to guide us in our daily lives and bless every cell in our body from head to toe. And let us take a moment to reflect upon the many blessings we receive and extend a deep prayer for people who are unaware of their blessings and so experience hardship and suffering. We pray that Kami-sama within all of us shines through, and we pray that even one more person can realize your divine workings and be saved. Thank you again for all that you do. Silent prayer. Thank you. Adoration prayer, page 7. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We lift our eyes in awe toward heaven soaring above. We bow our heads in prayer toward earth rich and deep. Living amid such gifts of Kami's great giving, how happy and grateful we are. The mediation of Wahiawa Konko Daijin does not stop for a single day. The protection of the divine parent embraces all far and wide. The blessings of Kami flow without limit through all generations. The ways of Kami are mysterious and wondrous beyond our understanding. Day by day, every day, earnestly and reverently, we praise the virtues of Kami. We honor the power of Kami. Shintoku Sanji, page 29. 仰ぎ祭れば天高く仰ぎ祭れば天高く拝み祭れば地は寿し神の恵みに生かさる海の幸いぞありあたきは kaki no hedate nashi kami tsukushimi wa yorozu yoni amane kumichi te ate shinaku tanakara iwa kusushiku te hito no omoi zo yobazaru warera hon yasu konichi yabimatsuri te hitasurani kami no mikage o tatae matsuran kami no hirei o aoi matsuran. 気が入り Mitama Prayer, page 12. Spirit of those who have gone before us, you are given the gift of life in this vast and endless universe. You discharge your duties faithfully, each according to your span of years. You will be remembered eternally, your lives be told from generation to generation, honored as the foundation of our society and the roots of our family. Through the mysterious workings of Kami, you enter the Konko faith. You walk the way of Konko Daijin, respecting the will of the divine parent. You amass great merit through your faith to take into the world beyond and leave to your descendants. Our gratitude is boundless for your loving favors. We revere you as the ancestral spirits of our homes, our own divine spirits. We beseech you, stand by us, each and every one. Receive the favor of Kami and help us to fulfill our tasks as people without failing. Protect us, guide us, enrich us, that we may never lose the way of faith, that we hand down to all generations, that we may live in peace and prosperity within our homes. Protect us, guide us, enrich us. Dear Mitama, spirit of the late Reverend Haruko Takahashi, deceased family, friends, spirits of the native Hawaiian people, and beloved house pets that have passed. Good morning to all of you. We have gathered here today for our regular service, Sunday service, in acknowledgement of Kami-sama's blessings and in remembrance of you. We know that you're always watching over us and supporting our well-being and decisions, even more now that you are in Mitama spirit. You are the foundation of our existence, which enables us to be able to enjoy blessings today. If it were not for you, we would not be here. We are here today to honor your divine spirit and to pray for your eternal happiness and peace. Whether through a butterfly, a dream, or a gust of wind, letting us know your presence in these many forms reminds us that your love for us continues. We wish to continue your legacy as an extension of your life and help pass on your core values. We now take this moment of silence to think about you and your generous love and care for us. begin a brand new week. Please continue to guide us in everything we do. You are in our hearts always, and we want to thank you again very much for everything. Sosen Sanji, page 30. Sosen Sanji, Yoyo no ya wa wadai no kami wa kami kokoro tsukushite itsukimatsu rana kokoro tsukushite itsukimatsu rana to oko kimi Yoyan no kami tachi yo mi no kono tame ni ie no hashira o shizume tate tamai Atsuko no tame ni yo no nani wai o mamori tatsuke tamai kakuri yo no mi enu sakai ni mashimase tomo mi tsukushimi no mi kokoro wa utsushi yo ni kawarase tama wazu saki mi tama no masaki kusaki wa etamae kushimi tama no kushimi ni megumi tamai de kokoro hashi wa maki no hashira no ugoki naku nari wa iwa musubu tsuno me no yurumi naku wa kokoro kiyoran ni hare mitsu tome shime tamai ukaraya karaya warai aite hini keni uraya sukutano shima shime tamai gui ni utsushi yo no koto o ete kami no mikado ni mai randori ni wa kanarazu shimo ukame itama imi tsukushimi no ko murashime tama wa monoto nani no ni no tae naru o kashikomi tataji ke nani miyoya no megumi no oboro e naranu o ureshimi yorokobi mo osu koto o mi kokoro mo suzuyaka ni kikoshime shitamae tomo osu Anakushiri no miyoya no mitama Anakushiri no miyoya no mitama Anato no miyoya no kami Anato no miyoya no kami Good morning. Let's read together page 73, the Konko Faith Art Creed. We believe in Tenchi Kane no Kami, the divine parent of the universe. Our founder, Konko Daijin, embraced Kami's revelations and as divine mediator answered the call to eternal mediation. Our continuing goal from moment to moment is to realize Kami within each of us. We are fulfilled through Kami, Kami is fulfilled through us. The happiness of everyone is Kami's greatest wish. We give thanks for Kami's blessings, mysterious, wondrous, and mundane. Blessings begin with our own hearts, hearts filled with harmony and joy. We pray wholeheartedly to Kami today and every day, trusting Kami as our loving parent, finding peace of mind. We live our faith in service to Kami, each other, and our world, nurturing and nurtured, mutually fulfilled. We revere those who have gone before us, spirits one with Kami, caring for us eternally. We respect and appreciate other paths taken by humanity toward spiritual fulfillment. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here today. My parents, Edna Sensei and Reiko Sensei, are not here this morning. They went to the Konko Mission of Honolulu to attend their spring memorial service, which reminds me, next week, Sunday, at 10 a.m. is our church spring memorial service. So please join us in person if you can, or online via Facebook Live. I want to talk about a really small episode that happened yesterday while I was working before I get into my main sermon. So yesterday I was working in, usually when we have patients kind of like our age, the younger ones, well, I'm getting kind of old, but younger ones, they always have their cell phone, and that's how they spend their time in the hospital. Just they're laying in bed and just looking at the cell phone, and that's the common thing now. They don't even turn on the TV because it's boring. There's nothing on TV. Even if they have cable, they just look at their cell phones. Every time I go in the room, they're looking at their cell phones. Even for the older patients too, they're looking at their cell phones. But I had one patient, she was just sitting up in her bed, and there was this really thick, it looked like a dictionary on the bed, really this thick, and heavy, and this big on the bed. And underneath that, there was another, like a textbook. It looked like a college textbook for like astronomy class or something, I don't know. So I just casually asked her, "Oh, are you studying for some college course?" And she's like, "Oh no, this is Bible study." And I was like, "Wow, that's fantastic," how she wasn't even looking at her cell phone. She was studying away at the Bible. And I asked her, "How often do you guys have Bible study?" And she said, "Once a week on Thursdays, and for 2 hours." Somebody so young, and she was so enthusiastic about studying about the founder of Christianity, Jesus, and looking through the Bible. And she was almost done with the Bible with her study group session, and she only had a few pages left, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sad. It's been so good to read through the Bible and to study it page by page." And I was like, "Oh man, Konkokyo, we're so behind, Like, can you think of anybody who does that? Konkokyo members, young or old, like who spends their time really reading the Bible? This is our Bible, Konkokyo, and it's really nice one. It's all consolidated. Gorikai 1, 2, and 3 has been consolidated in beautiful Konkokyo Bible. So you can pick up yours today and start reading. And because the essence of Konkokyo are really in the teaching. If you don't know the Konko teaching, then you really don't have much knowledge of Konkokyo. So it's, you can really save yourself and save others. You're reading these Konko teachings, and they're so universal, and it can help you out in your daily lives. If you read through it, it's going to go in your microchip, in your memory. And if you encounter some problems in life, you will go back to the Konko teachings and be like, "Oh yeah, Konko Daijin said this. In this kind of situation, he did this, and people receive blessings." And so that's why it's so helpful to read
the teachings of Konko Daijin. We've been reading it since, I think, 1989 or 90, so it's been a very long time since we've been reading the Gorikai over and over and over and over again. And we go through the teachings, and even till this day, I look and I'm like, oh, I didn't realize we had this teaching. And you know, I encountered new teachings that I didn't realize, even if we read it so many times. So you can pick one up, Kyoten Gorikai, make it your Bible, make it your teachings, and you can highlight, you can underline things and dog ear it, and just if you have questions, if you can question our Bible, and because some things it might not make sense to you, come back to us and ask us, like, what does this teaching mean, and further your faith in your relationship with Kami-sama, because in the end it's between you and Kami-sama, and that's all that matters. Even if your parents stop practicing faith, you be the one to initiate that faith back again with Kami-sama and re-establish your connection. You will receive a package. Anyway, so I just really was so inspired. I had to share that with you. Anyways, today's sermon, I want to talk about greetings. And I was listening to my brother Edna Sensei's sermon in San Francisco Church. They do online sermon as well. And he encouraged us to greet people, you know, and just greet people. And it's hard. Just a simple hi can go a long way. Hi means that you acknowledge the presence of the person. So on a scale from 0 to 10, 0 being very uncomfortable, that you never ever initiate that hi. You're never the first one to say hi. And 10 being so comfortable, you pretty much say hi to everybody you encounter, including people who don't greet you back. When I was younger, I really did not like greeting people. I was never the first to say hi, and so I was like a scale of 0. If I saw somebody I knew at the store or like at the mall, I would purposely circumvent them. I was like, like, I'll hide, you know, just like go way, the long way, just to like make it so I don't go face to face with them. I don't meet them. So I don't know why I was like that, but I just didn't like meeting people or greeting them. These days I'm more comfortable being the first one to say hello, and I guess it comes with the virtue of being a nurse. You have to greet your patients, you know. You can't just walk in, you can't just barge into the patient's room and say, I'm going to be your nurse, you do this, this, and this, and this. No, you have to greet them with a smile. You have to build up some rapport before the patient is comfortable being taken care of by you. So through many years of that, you become used to, I became more used to greeting people. So now I can say that on a scale of 0 to 10, I'm maybe like a 5 or 6. I'm not totally comfortable that I can greet every single person I encounter. And I don't think you have to do that either. Well, anyways, I was talking to my mom about greeting people and told her how some people I greet, like they're right in front of you, you know, and they have eye contact with you. And I'm saying, oh, hi, good morning. And they look at you, but they don't say hi back, you know? And I'm like, that's so rude, you know? I don't know why. Some people, they do that. And I think you have encountered that kind of situation too. And my mom was like, well, you must not have that kind of heart. And I was like, what do you mean? I mean, isn't it rude? Doesn't it feel rude to not say hi back when you say hi? It's like I just got snubbed, you know? Or have you ever greeted certain people and they say hi back to you, but their response didn't resonate with you, you know? Everybody has different levels of energy, and you just gotta go with the flow. You just can't be let your day be ruined by those kind of people. You know, some people you encounter and you say, oh, hi, and then they look at you and they say hi, but the way they say hi is like, oh, hi, and then they look down at you, you know? Do you ever get that? You know, they look down at your face, saying they're kind of like analyzing what you're wearing today, and they determine your like socioeconomic status by like what you're wearing, what kind of shoes you're wearing, and you can just feel all that, and it just rubs me the wrong way. It's like my pet peeve. So I was telling my mom all this, and also mentioned that for me, it's like 3 strikes and you're out kind of thing, you know. If I say a greeting to you and like 3 times in a row, you don't say hi back to me, you're off of my list. You're off of my list of people I say hi to. I'll never say hi to you again unless you say hi to me kind of thing. And my mom was shocked. She's like, why do you say a greeting in the first place then, Katsuko, Edna? And she said, you are saying it to communicate with your spirit. Your inner spirit wanted to just communicate with their inner spirit. And that's why you're saying hi or thank you, right? So your inner spirit, Katsuko, was unconditional at that time, right? And I was like, yeah. And it's true for you too, right? When you say hi to people, you don't say hi to people because I'm expecting a hi back kind of thing. You're just saying hi because your inner soul wants to greet them. But when you don't get that greeting back from them, you're like, hey, wait, he didn't say hi, or she didn't say hi back. What's going on? You have all these thoughts that run through your head. Like, oh, are they mad at me? Or like, oh, they must be having a bad day. And you think about all these crazy things. And then all of a sudden, that unconditional hi or unconditional greeting becomes conditional. So a greeting is an invisible energy. And you are giving your invisible energy to people when you greet them. It's like giving a tangible gift. When you give something in tangible form, but a greeting is like giving something, giving a gift to somebody in an intangible. You can't feel it, you can't touch it, but you can feel it in your heart. You're giving somebody a gift of a greeting. So when you give a gift to someone, you shouldn't even have that feeling in the back of your head that says, before you even give that gift, you better not, it's like you have to have a feeling of like, this is for this person, and you have to be happy about just totally just about giving it to them. Instead of being like, oh man, he better be happy if I give this to him, or he better say thank you and then give it to him. That's not the kind of heart that we need to be having. We should eliminate that kind of thoughts. And people can sense these kind of things too. Then my mom shared about my dad who went to the bank one day a few years ago, and I guess this man was holding the door open for him, you know. And my dad, he supposedly said thank you, but the man that was holding the door didn't hear it. So he yelled at my dad. And he says, like, wait, can't you even say thank you? And he just yelled and just got pissed off. And, you know, and said something very rude. I said to my mom, but he doesn't feel kind of weird when they don't say thank you or hi back to you. Well, when people don't say thank you or hi back to you, it feels kind of strange. Yeah? It's like you automatically get that, hey, they didn't say anything back. And my mom said, you have to have a kind of heart that doesn't even get that negative feeling towards the people like that. If they snub you, let them snub you. If they don't want to say hi back, who cares? You just gave your gift of hi, thank you. Just leave it. Don't tie any strings to it. And just continue to hold a good heart. And I said, doesn't it bother you, Oka-san? And she said, it used to bother her when she was younger, like my age. But these days it doesn't, like, she doesn't hold that negative kind of heart at all. And I was like, wow, you're a true Konko guru, Oka-san. And I told her, you know, it's going to take me at least another 30 years to be at your level of faith. And again, greetings have to be unconditional. Who cares if they don't say hi back to you again? Don't let it ruin your day. And who said that you have to greet everybody you encounter? That's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of excessive. Just greet to the level you are comfortable and hold no negative thoughts if they don't say hi back to you. My mom was recently reading the Konko newspaper that gets sent to us from the headquarters, And it talked about the fourth Konko-sama, Reverend Kagami Taro Konko. When his grandchildren were born, and he went to the hospital to greet them for the very first time, he wore his special robes. He wore the haori, like what I'm wearing right now, haori, kimono hakama, and tabis. And he went to the hospital dressed like that. And he went to greet their baby, who he's meeting for the first time, as if he were meeting like the emperor or something, like somebody very, very important. And the fourth Konko-sama was like, hajimemashite, like, pleased to meet you, baby. I'm honored to be your grandfather from this day. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. And that's what the fourth Konko-sama did when his grandchildren were born. And I think that kind of spirituality, that kind of mentality is so amazing. I can't think of anybody who did that, It's so amazing. So the extent of sincerity and humbleness of the fourth Konko-sama in this scenario were just so awe-inspiring. His greeting, again, was absolutely unconditional. It was just so full of care, thought, sincerity, and love. And after listening to all of these stories with my mom about greetings, I realized something very important. Tenchikai no Kami-sama, our life force, unconditionally gives us everything we need to survive on a day-to-day basis. But no one really cares to give thanks for these blessings. It's like giving a gift to somebody and they just don't say thank you back to you. Kami-sama must be sad also at the level of human ignorance of all these blessings that Kami-sama must be giving for millennia. Close to 8 billion people live on this planet, but really, how many of these people really sincerely give thanks to Kami-sama for daily blessings? People give thanks for like extraordinary blessings, miracles, but really these mundane days, these regular days that nothing happens, and you wake up and you're able to go to sleep safely. Who gives thanks for those kind of days? Maybe not that many people, only maybe a handful of people are able to give thanks to that extent. Our founder Konko Daijin was one of the very few people on earth who realized his indebtedness to Kami-sama, and he was one of the very few people who understood the true nature and the workings and benevolence of Kami-sama. So I want to practice the kind of faith to become like Konko Daijin, someone that can really understand what true blessings are and practice holding a positive, unconditional heart like Konko Daijin. We may feel upset when people don't say thank you or hi back to you, but really, are you doing your part by saying thank you to Kami-sama for all the blessings you receive? Are you greeting Kami-sama every day? Ask yourself. There's just some things to think about. In any greeting, whether it's a hello or thank you, you must continue, or it must come from the heart. It's an invisible gift you are giving. Thank you very much for listening. Gorikai 3. We will now be reading a Gorikai 3. Let me see what page was it. Page 62, number 22. Gorikai Shuri, number 22. You?
Oh, me, okay. 22. Being prosperous means having many children who will contribute to the strength of the nation. Being a parent brings many worries, but you should try not to worry. Kami always provides adequate portions, so food for living things will not run out. How fortunate this is. There are women who harbor wrong ideas and commit reverences during their pregnancies, which are granted by Kami. They should give birth to and raise the children that Kami grants them. Money can be made through human effort alone, but children cannot be born without the parent Kami of the universe. If pregnant women are patient and think of themselves as performing a duty for Kami, they are practicing faith.
23. There are poor, sick, and troubled families as well as rich and prosperous ones. All paddies and fields are not the same. No matter how bad a paddy or field is, as long as you keep fertilizing it, it will improve with each passing year. The same goes for practicing faith. A paddy must be checked every time the river water rises. If the river bank breaks, other people's help will be needed.
24. For the sake of the country, other people, and yourself, practice faith that is sincere and will not be wasteful. 25. Merely bringing a gift will not console a sick person. A sick person will get stronger or weaker depending on what you say. If you are kind enough to pay a visit, you should convey words which will strengthen his heart. With a stronger heart, he will be able to receive Kami's blessings. You should tell him and his family the words of Konko Daijin, so they will never think depressing thoughts and can look forward to a complete recovery. If the sick person gets better, even just a little sooner, he will think it was because of your visit and feel grateful. On the contrary, some people lament over the sick person by shedding tears and caressing him with pity after seeing how sick he is. They tell his family depressing stories about other sick people, making them worry like this will not make it a consoling visit. Saying reassuring words to strengthen the sick person's heart. If they are poor, you can give money or grain. There are many ways you can help. Be concerned for all things as you practice faith. Okay. Ready? Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Something wrong with the video? Huh?
It's not on.
Hi everybody, thank you for joining us. Can you see me on video? We hear there's somebody that can't see our video, but if you can see me and hear me, can you do like a thumbs up or something?
That's Todd, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's Todd, right?
Yeah. It seems to be working. Okay.
Oh, someone said.
So you can hear? Okay. So, thank you. I guess we can sing Shining Shimmering Light. We'll just sing one song. We don't have our song leader. They couldn't say so. Let's just sing all the songs.
Huh? Just one.
Just one.
Yeah.
Just one.
You said just one, so I got we'll go to time.
Okay. One song. We'll now do our closing gokinen. Tenchi Kakitsuke. Ikigami Konko Daijin Tenchi Kane no Kami Shin ni Negai. Okage wa waga kokoro ni ari. Kongetsu konnichi de tanomei. Ikigami Konko Daijin Tenchi Kane no Kami Shin ni Negai. Okage wa waga kokoro ni ari. 今月今日で頼め。Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you so much for joining us again. And next week, again, just a reminder, next week Sunday, the 21st at 10 a.m., we will have our spring memorial service in honor and appreciation of our deceased ancestors and family and friends. So please join us in person or on Facebook Live. See you. Take care. Have a good week.